Hello everyone, Mr. Beefy here with my weekly comic haul. And so this is for the week of May 7th, Wednesday, May 7th. I'm a little late getting this video out, but I've been busy with work and dad things. The first thing I got this week in my pulls was Batman Justice Buster Volume 4. Technically, it didn't come out this week. It should have been out in a previous week or two. However, my comic shop was shorted. It didn't get shipped to them, but they did finally get it in. And so I'm kind of excited for this. What Justice Buster is a manga. So it's a manga following Batman. There's 4 volumes, so this is the final volume. I got turned on to it I was looking through a discount box, and volume 2 of this was in it. And so I bought it, read it, thought it was okay, and I went ahead and reordered 1 and 3. And then I saw that volume 4 was in a previews and went ahead and ordered it. So I'm kind of excited to get caught up in this. I just finished reading volume 1. I'm going to reread volume 2, then 3, and then this. But yeah, it's a traditional right to left manga. This one is definitely a little bit thicker than the previous one. So it's almost like they had more than enough for a regular volume, but not enough story to make a 5th one. But pretty interesting overall. It's a little bit of a different take on Batman. Most of the same things are there, but I look forward to reading that. And maybe I'll do a video on this series as a whole and what I thought. And this was a pretty light week for me, but last week seemed like a big week, so I'm okay with that. Star Wars, the next volume, number 1, was out, and I'm excited to read this one after reading the free comic book day. Just flipping through, art looks like it's going to be pretty good. I won't know about the story until I read it, but this one's going to be Out of the Darkness. But overall, I'm excited to get back to reading some Star Wars comics. And then the rest of this is what I picked up. Well, actually, I didn't pick this one up. This one was given to Junior by the local, the comic shop owner, because its cover's not attached. So here lately, he's been giving Junior some of these coverless comics. We got some Richie Rich from him, Wile E. Coyote, and Roadrunner comic, and then he gave him this Marvel Superhero Spring Special one that's coverless. I guess we could try gluing the spine on there, but that's one of Junior's, and it's still good for reading and looking at the art, and that's nice of the owner to do that. And here are some just bargain comics that I ended up getting. Incredible Hulk, Immortal Hulk, a reprint of the first Sabretooth, which I actually own the real first print, but that reprinting of Iron Man 55, Iron Man comic, more Iron Man. But yeah, this is just kind of filling some holes. This is a newer one. I liked Justice League Unlimited. This one was $1, so I'm like, you know what? I like the Atom and I like Captain Atom. So this would be a good way to see if I'm missing out on a title I probably should have been ordering. So I'm excited to read that one. Then I got some old Justice League to fill in some gaps in my collection, and then some Weapon X from Marvel Comics Presents. And this isn't the Weapon X story, but I like the art on that there. Some more good Wolverine art. And then this one, I don't know, something about that cover screamed the time period. So yeah, I didn't necessarily, I don't really collect Marvel's Comics Presents. I sporadically have them, but something about that cover just kind of, I don't know. I liked it for some reason. Then we got some old Astonishing Ant-Man from Marvel Feature. And Marvel Spectacular featuring old Thor. Like that art there. Good classic stuff. And then finishing up my haul for this week is Marvel Tells Sensational Spider-Man 194. I don't really collect Spider-Man, but I always like collecting cheap Spider-Man. these are all good, and Junior likes Spider-Man, so these are good to read. But yeah, overall, that was my weekly comic haul. Out of the new stuff, just the Star Wars and Batman Justice Buster Volume 4. But I'm excited to get to reading some of these. And here soon, I will also be doing my Free Comic Book Day Part 2, in which I show some of the haul I got from that day and give my final thoughts on that. But otherwise, I want to thank you for stopping by. Let me know in the comments if there was anything you got this week that you really enjoyed. Hopefully, I get to read Star Wars tonight, and maybe I can do a little mini review of it sometime soon. But otherwise, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.